And we want to start off about talking about the big why or the purpose.
I live so much with this understanding that my life is not for me, so it's people, whatever I can do for others. So that is why I have so many ideas, different ideas all the time. Because if you see somebody or a group of people in a situation, and then the only thing you think of is the solution. What can I do for them and not me? So I believe the first road mark of innovation is problem solving, not just for you, but for others. Like Don Bosco would say, not for myself, but for others. A life for others. So that's my biggest motivation.
I would like to show some of your taste of fashion on the screen. So we have that. Um, we also have this, which is not so formal as well. And then we have this other dress, back to somewhat formal, semi-formal, formal, however you want to call that. So my question to you is, why is it important for young women like yourself to model good behaviors, through the way they dress, how they look? Why is that important?
Well, as the world evolves, a lot of us are coming to some, or we are, you know, living such a life that says we are our own persons. The color of your hair should not determine your place at the table, or how you dress should not have an effect on who you are, or how people see you, or you getting a job, etc. But whether we like it or not, whether we accept it or not, how we present ourselves speaks a lot of who we are without us even saying a word. So instead of just dressing anyway and hoping to explain yourself, why can't you just dress in a way that sends out message of how you want people to see you, even though how people see you doesn't define who you are. But we live in a world that we live with others. No man is an island, so you have to dress the way you want people to take you.
But what values did your parents instill in you that has made you the woman you are today?
Well, it has been a whole lot, but I'll focus on the field that has really stood out for me. It impacted me even up to now. I'm 24 years old. And one of the first things I want to share with everyone who's watching and everyone who has watched this later is the fact of not depending on anybody for anything. My mom is not somebody who would support you wholesomely, depending on other people. You started from assignments, not depending on anybody to do your assignments, not depending on anybody's money, working hard for your own thing. And that has been a big part of who I am. So right now, I am somebody who's not easily let down. I am not somebody who's easily discouraged because I do not depend on anybody for anything. I'm somebody who's a go-getter. And another thing has been the whole issue of of going home late. My mom is a homebody, she's a home person. So I never really grew up coming home late, staying out of my house late, and stuff like that. And sometimes, you will get pissed, right, as a child. You want to go out, you want to see the world, but I believe that it saved me from so much. It prevented me from endeavoring into things that I shouldn't have been in, because you know what the night brings. Staying out late at night, there is a
Right.
lot of negatives than positives. So that was that. Even though it can be hard, but that was the second thing.
You're also a writer, and I'm going to put on the screen here one of your pieces, and can you see this? So it says, do you want to read it in your own voice?
Yes, I wrote this for the Miss Boss Lady show.
Hmm.
Miss Boss Lady, the Boss Lady Effect, Mrs. Baku Topman Saulo. And it says, self love and appreciation is no ordinary ball game. There will be days when there's no fun in the bleachers, there's no fan in the bleachers, when there's no coach or teammates, when there is no one to cheer you on. On those days, you will be your own cheerleader, your own coach, your own fan, your own inspiration. You would hug yourself after each goal, and you wouldn't feel lonely. You wouldn't feel abandoned, and you will love you, and you will celebrate you, and you will love how you make you happy.
Mm, amen. The thing I appreciate about that is it's so simple, so straightforward, but yet so powerful. So did they give you a theme to write about, or did you just
No,
write something? Okay.
no,
So what
they
emotional state
didn't.
were you in when you wrote that?
Well, at that time, they asked me for a piece just to share another writer on their page, and then amazingly, at that time, I was writing quotes for my photography page on Instagram, and I was writing a quote to attach to one of the images. And when I got the message, I'm like, okay, let me just make this longer into a poem for that. And the inspiration was and has always been that the world will not always embrace you. Life will not always be easy. Life will not always be bread and butter. And if you are an innovative person, or my friends can say a bossy person, if you're a bossy person, if you know who you are and you see where you are going, other people might not necessarily see the vision, especially when you're starting. But as time goes by, then they'll start to see the beauty of what you were saying or what you intended to do and stuff like that. So even when it's hard, even when nobody else see that beautiful plane or see the beauty in that even ugly plane, you who know you will celebrate that plane because you know you have the dream, you have the vision, you see beyond what everybody else will see. And even though it's about self-love, but it came up from that point of you seeing your own vision of life clearer than what everybody else will see.
Now, the last fun thing here we're gonna do before we go on our break is to show a video, and
I'm
I don't know if
sorry,
you're gonna be. We're gonna show a video. I don't know if you're ready for it.
I'm not prepared for that.
Let's see here. There we go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We will never fall. Every day we moving to the top. Cause we rolling with the biggest shaky pro. Every time we win it's ugly pop. We will not fall. We will never stop. Not by power and strength, not by might. Blessing and favor to show you my life.
Man. Well, you're gonna have to forgive me if I had no place playing that video, but it was on social media to my defense.
Mr. Chapa, I can't believe you did this.
So tell us about that. That's you having fun out of your
Oh,
normal professional stuff. You having fun. How was
let
that?
me have a good laugh first. Okay, so
By the
there
way,
are
your
two.
dance moves were on point. You were in sync with the other people. I didn't think anything of it. It was on point.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so that okay. So there are two very great dancers in that video, and there are two struggling dancers in the background, just doing what we have to do. And those two persons, one of them happens to be my best friend, and she's a marvelous dancer. So big shout out to you, Marty, if you are watching this. So she's a dance artist, and I've been working with her for a year to start a structure where she can do dance classes, praise dance classes for children. But she's a Christian inspirational dance artist, and she do her own dance programs. There is not much of dance events in Liberia, like events that start from people having their own events and inviting dancers
Right.
over and stuff like that. But she's starting her own dance empire, doing dance programs and dance classes. And some of the things she does is to start dance challenge on some local Christian songs so that it helps their song to reach a wider audience. So the song Never Fall is by a very creative artist. His name is Nos Catch. He's a Christian inspirational a Christian musical artist. And he did that song, and he asked her and her team to create a challenge, a social media challenge where they would dance to the song and other people could use the same moves to the song. So when she started, she said that my best friend has to support me in starting the challenge. People have to see the challenge and want to participate. So Maureen, you have to be in the video. Lexi, you have to be in the video. And we said, we're not great dancers. We're just here to support you. And she said, no, you have to be a part of the video. We'll teach you the moves, and then you can join the video. And I said, okay, if you teach us, no problem. So she came, she taught us the moves and what to do, and then we're just there trying to match them, but we're not really
You
great
guys, you
dancers.
guys
So
did your
it
due,
was,
huh?
yes, it was fun. It was very fun. There was adrenaline rush, and it was a very beautiful experience. Even though some
Yeah.
people were laughing at me, but at least I'm getting there small, small.
Yes.